I love cake so much!
If there's anything better than a delicious meal from your favorite fast food restaurant, it's a dessert from your favorite fast food restaurant. So if you're still undecided on what to order next time, here are the top 10 best fast food desserts in America. Part 2. Mardi Gras Cheesecake. Popeyes.
You've got to try this cheesecake.
Popeyes isn't known to keep its desserts around for very long. From pies to mini red velvet cake cups, we've seen just about everything come and go from the menu over the years. However, one dessert that made a particularly strong impression on people was the Mardi Gras cheesecake. This festive cheesecake felt like a celebration. With a fluffy, gooey cream cheese filling over a graham cracker crust, it was bound to make your meal complete.
Oh, my human belly.
The best part of the Mardi Gras cheesecake? Adding extra sugar on top in the form of colorful and bright confetti. It basically made you want to party like it was Mardi Gras and gave the whole cake a little more pep. It also helped it stand out from those boring, humdrum regular cheesecakes. With so many chains serving up cheesecake, it can be hard to differentiate one from the other and pick your all-time favorite. With this one, the choice was clear.
Well, I guess I could use one of those.
Now you're talking.
Peach Mango Pie, Jollibee.
You know, I kind of feel like having...
Pie, perhaps?
How'd you know?
If you're looking for a tasty alternative to your regular apple filling, then Jollibee has got the ideal dessert for you, the Peach Mango Pie. While Jollibee is mostly known for its one-of-a-kind, famous chicken joy, the desserts are still a pretty big deal and way delicious. The Peach Mango Pie is both fragrant and tropical, while also remaining juicy and comforting.
Wow, that sounds great!
Made with mangoes imported directly from the Philippines, this fruity and flaky treat is fried rather than baked and dusted in cinnamon sugar. Peach and mango both battle to be the dominant flavor. The peaches pop with flavor, while the mangoes contribute to the gentle sweetness of the pie. Other famous joints could definitely learn a thing or two from the way Jollibee does things. The now iconic dessert was added to the Jollibee menu in the 1990s and has been winning over taste buds ever since. So if you're a fan of apple pie but want to explore your options and discover new exotic flavors, the Peach Mango Pie should be next, if not first, on your list of fast food desserts to try.
Yep, I've almost finished my 5th pie, and I'm still completely over Michael.
Oreo Blizzard, Dairy Queen.
Oreos. Man, I love this.
Dairy Queen is arguably one of the best ice cream spots in America. It's probably happened more than once that you find yourself dropping by DQ just to order one of their iconic blizzards. It's quite understandable, really. Introduced in the 1980s, blizzards are what every other ice cream treat should be like. They come in an array of flavors like cookie dough, banana split, and even strawberry cheesecake. However, there's one in particular that can steal the show every single time, the iconic Oreo Blizzard. With perfectly blended little pieces of Oreo cookie bits mixed together with the creamy ice cream, you can't help but fall in love with this one.
Love. Are you in love? I'm in love too. I agree.
The Oreo Blizzard has been a menu staple ever since blizzards were invented, and it was one of the first 4 original flavors. Sure, you can always try to make one at home, but why not let the experts at Dairy Queen do it for you? All you need to do is sit back and enjoy. Plus, at certain DQs, if they don't serve it upside down, you get a free one. And what's better than a free Oreo Blizzard?
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Caramel Apple Empanada, Taco Bell.
Apples and apple pie were supposed to be nice and gooey.
Again, apple pie is an American staple, so it's a given that it's going to come up more than once on a list of best fast food desserts. However, the caramel apple empanada from Taco Bell was a little different than your regular Hot Pocket style apple pie. The deep-fried dessert featured a filling of diced apples and a creamy caramel sauce, along with a bubbly and crispy shell.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's what we're saying.
On the menu for over a decade, these little pockets of sweetness were quietly discontinued and pulled off the menu in 2019. Without any notice or explanation, one day they just disappeared. Taco Bell eventually confirmed the departure of the caramel apple empanadas, saying that even the sweetest things in life don't last forever. Indeed, they don't, but it would have been nice to get a little notice. What are we supposed to do until they come up with an alternative to these sweet empanadas? While there are some recipes online, like with any good fast food dessert, it's never going to be quite the same as the real deal.
I'll have what she's having.
Cinnamon sticks, Pizza Hut.
The cinnamon roll? The cinnamon, the roll of the cinnamon?
If you want a dessert that's not just sweet, but extra sweet, do yourself a favor and add some cinnamon sticks to your next Pizza Hut order. You won't be disappointed. A lot of fast foods offer some kind of cinnamon dessert. Each has tried their best to come up with the best version of this sugary treat, and Pizza Hut might have just been the ones who figured out the winning recipe. The cinnamon sticks are Pizza Hut's signature dessert dish and stand out from the rest because of its perfect balance of gooey and crunchy.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Sprinkled with a generous amount of cinnamon that sticks to the bread perfectly and nicely cut into 10 delicious pieces, the cinnamon sticks are always steaming hot, ready to cap off your pizza party in the best possible way. While these dessert sticks may contribute to the inevitable sugar rush that will fuel the rest of your night, the sweetness doesn't stop there. These sugary breadstick-style treats also come with a tub of icing for dipping purposes. Sure, they can be a little messy to eat and give you sticky fingers, but that's true of any good fast food dessert, is it not?
I agree.
Frosty, Wendy's.
Is that a Wendy's Frosty?
Yeah, and right now they're only 50 cents.
Arguably one of the absolute best things to get at Wendy's, Frosties are a definite must-have. Having been on the menu since Wendy's first opened in the 1960s, the Frosty has more than earned its status of veteran fast food dessert. With a texture so creamy yet so thick, it's basically a multi-use dessert. It isn't really a milkshake, and it isn't really ice cream either. It can either be very soft ice cream or a very dense milkshake, your choice. You can eat it with a spoon, wait for it to melt a little and drink it from a straw, or even dip your fries in it.
Yep, French fries.
The multiple functions are not the only thing that makes a Frosty one of the best desserts in the fast food industry. It's also the amazing flavor it holds. No matter if you get the classic chocolate Frosty or the vanilla one, you're in for a treat. Of course, the chocolate Frosty is a little more popular because, well, it's chocolate. But in truth, the chocolate Frosty is made by combining vanilla and chocolate, so you're really getting the best of both worlds. Overall, Wendy's Frosty is just the perfect fast food dessert.
Perfection.
Mini Churros, Jack in the Box.
Ooh, churros!
When you're craving something sweet and delicious, is there something out there better than a good old churro? Actually, yes, there is, and it's the Mini Churros from Jack in the Box. You no longer need to head to a carnival to get your sugar fix because these crispy, crunchy, cinnamon-filled goodies check all the boxes of what a good churro should be. This scaled-down version of the carnival staple is packed to the brim with tasty cinnamon and is perfect for when you're on the go. Made to order, deep-fried, and oh so gooey, these mini churros are ideal for anyone in search of the best fast food churro.
Now let's sell some churros.
What sets the mini churros from Jack in the Box apart from the others is the contrast in texture they offer. While the shell is crunchy and crispy, it gives way to a semi-liquid filling of sweetness. Yes, they can be a little too sweet for some, so not everyone will want to order these mini churros following every meal. Mini churros are available in a 5-piece box or a 10-piece format, but if that's still not enough for your sweet tooth, you can always get a couple more for later. After all, they're only $1 for 5, so where's the harm in that?
Yeah! Churros on me!
M&M McFlurry, McDonald's.
Wait, sharing my pack? Me?
Sharing? Are you kidding me?
No trip to McDonald's is complete without a McFlurry. No matter what you're there to get, many of you probably end up buying a McFlurry to go with it, almost every time. While at Dairy Queen, the best flavor when it comes to ice cream treats is the Oreo Blizzard, at McDonald's, it's not entirely the same. When at McD's, the one to get is the M&M McFlurry. What seems like a rather boring and overdone flavor is actually the underdog champ of McFlurries. When you think about it, how can you compete with real milk chocolate M&Ms blended together with the creamy vanilla soft serve? That's right, you can't.
Are you sure this is going to work?
Although it may not be your go-to flavor now, you should maybe think about making it your new one. Invented in New Brunswick, Canada back in 1995, the McFlurry has countless flavor options worldwide. But in America, M&Ms reign. If you've ever only known the Oreo McFlurry, don't worry, it's never too late to make the switch. And to think, there was a time when the M&M McFlurry was almost pulled from the menu because the company that produces M&Ms was thinking about pulling the plug on their partnership. How thankful we are that they decided against it.
Can I try a bite? How do I share?
Lava cake, Domino's.
Chocolate lava cake is not just undercooked chocolate cake.
Some folks might consider it a dare to order a sweet treat from a pizza place, but in this case, they should really reconsider. If you're a fan of everything chocolate and lava cakes are your jam, then get out that Domino's app right now. The lava cake is probably the best dessert option offered at Domino's, and here's why. It's a chocolate lover's paradise. Introduced in 2009, much to the delight of dessert fans everywhere, lava cake has been a huge success ever since. The rich chocolate cake with a slightly crunchy crust and a warm liquid chocolate center that flows out after one bite is like a meal in itself.
Smells chocolatey, eh?
But no one is complaining about that. Even though they're extremely heavy, you never seem to be able to order only one. Some people have compared the taste of the lava cake with a freshly baked Oreo cookie, but with a warm, thick, sweet chocolatey syrup middle. This sounds like something we all need in our lives. Sprinkled with a thin layer of powdered sugar, the lava cakes are sure to satisfy your wildest chocolate cravings and leave you wanting more, and then some more after that.
Please, sir, I want some more.
More?
IceDream cone, Chick-fil-A.
Assert yourself!
That's my ice cream cone.
Many will say that the title of Best Fast Food Soft Serve is owned by McDonald's, but that's most likely because it's the only one they know. Well, the real deal can be found at Chick-fil-A. Plus, there's no "the ice cream machine is broken" shenanigans. The IceDream cone from Chick-fil-A is hands down one of the tastiest items available on the menu and is coincidentally one of the most popular as well. It has a deep vanilla flavor, a smooth texture, and isn't prone to melting right away. In other words, you don't need to down your cone as fast as you can. You can actually take the time to enjoy it to the fullest.
2 scoops, sir?
2, make it 3.
Plus, the cone itself actually has a pretty crunchy texture, which is more than we can expect from other fast food competitors. It has been described in reviews as the epitome of frozen dairy, clean, cooling, and milky with an ethereal texture. What a reputation to uphold! But thankfully, the IceDream cone has no difficulty maintaining that title. Like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A does use many stabilizers and emulsifiers, but overall, the creamy texture, the natural taste, and the lightness of it just overpowers everything else. This gently icy treat pairs perfectly with lunch and can easily be eaten right after one of those famous chicken sandwiches. To enjoy the perfect end-of-meal frozen treat, you know where to go.
It's a little early for ice cream, don't you think?
It's never too early for ice cream, Jem.
Tap or click for more great videos, and show us some love by clicking that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell.